Hello there, it has been quite a while since the last video, so it's good to be back, I suppose. Unfortunately, we start with a board for the Battlepass. The MTB-422. As you can see here, it's, well, patrol board. Let's see, the American MTB-422 torpedo boat transferred to the UK under the Land Lease program. Received reinforced deck weapons. Higgins, 78 feet, HMS MTB-422 torpedo boat. It's a British rank 3 premium. It features, well, mobility, a 40mm autocannon, but has no spare torpedoes. Let's see the history. The PT-92 torpedo boat was built in the United States of America at the end of 1942 at the Higgins Industries shipyard in New Orleans, LA. Amongst the bulk of the sister 78-foot boats, she was intended for Lend-Lease delivered to the Soviet Union. Due to the cancellation of the spring convoy in 1943, the boat went on to serve in the Royal Navy, where she received the high number MTB-422. Here the boat was used in combat operations in the Mediterranean until the end of World War II. After the war, the boat returned to the United States, where she served at least until the mid-1950s. The further fate of this boat is unknown. The boat was finally decommissioned from service in the late 1985. Oh, that's actually extremely long. Hold on. It was built in 42. I assume it was also commissioned in 42. So it has been in service for 43 years. That is quite a lot. Anyways, MTB-422 will be one of the prizes in the new War Thunder Battlepass season. The American torpedo boat of the Higgins 78 feet family has undergone noticeable changes. Service with the Royal Navy instead of 4 American torpedoes. The Brits decided to use only 2 domestic torpedo tubes that reduced the weight of the boat, increased the maximum speed, and also made it possible to install more powerful deck guns. Two twin heavy machine guns remained at the wheelhouse, and the 20mm Orlecan Mark II autocannon was moved to the center of the deck, making it possible to install a punchy 40mm Bofors cannon on the vacant stern. Modern welcome addition for a torpedo boat. In the game, the MTB-422 will become the fastest rank 3 boat from the British Coastal Fleet research line, while the boat quickly reaches the maximum speed and maneuvers perfectly. Guns of 3 calibers at once, 12.7mm, 20mm and 40mm, as well as 2 steam gas torpedoes make the boat a very versatile small ship, perfect for capturing and defending points. From the entire artillery arsenal, the commander can concentrate on the 40mm Bofors, which has an average rate of fire, smooth ballistics. What? Which has an average rate of fire. Yes, every weapon has it, Gaijin, but what is the average rate of fire? What? Okay, sorry. Not sure if you're watching this in the background, so basically you're just listening to this or actively watching it, but the part I just marked, there's a comma, right? And then it goes on like this, which has an average rate of fire. That doesn't tell me shit. I hope they fix that or something like that, because, well, it's Gaijin, it just happens. But good one, I guess. Anyways, smooth ballistics and a choice of high explosive and armor-piercing rounds. This is reasonable to set the heavy machine guns and the 20mm cannon to automatic firing at surface and air targets, which will be useful in the seaborne dogfights with low-ranking boats. And, well, yeah, it will come in the Battle Pass with all the other shit. I personally do not play naval stuff in War Thunder, much less boats. Like, this is pretty much the last thing I will ever touch in the game. You're more likely to see me make a video on flying super sabers or something like that than this. If you're actually playing the British fleet and on top of that the coastal fleet, this, just from looking at what they present here, quite a good ship. But then again, I have no idea, I'm just kinda, this sounds good what they're saying here, right? It also has quite an interesting story in my opinion. Although I'd still like to know what the rate of fire is instead of just knowing it has one. But that means you can shoot more than once. Although, actually, if you just shoot once, it would still be a rate of fire, right? Yeah, it would still. You know what? I don't know. Um, well, I don't really have anything else to say to this. It's a PT board. It seems to be quite good. I am pretty sure it's a modified copy paste. Although it's, I think you could argue it's modified enough to not be argued, to not be a called a copy paste, but uh, in the end, it's also a bot, so who really cares? I'm actually surprised if anyone fucking watches this. Um, anyways, if you actually think anything about this, go on and write it in the comments. If not, then, well, shocking, right? No one cares about naval stuff in War Thunder. Anyways, thank you for listening if you actually did, and goodbye. See you until the next video. Next things will be more interesting.